Hey everybody, it is Kit here. Happy Wednesday, hump day, and welcome back to the Fractured Wanderer Tales. I almost said the Brooks Legacy. No, that is not what we are on. Anyways, welcome back. And as you can see, we have a different thumbnail for a vacation arc for the two of them. Well, technically, it's a work trip. And by the two of them, I mean Jackson and Sally. Um, yes. Technically, a work trip. Because it's Sulani, which means Marin. But of course, they're going to get to do some stuff because it's me and I'm kind and I'm nice and I love them and I want them to do things. So, yeah. Anyways, I don't know how many videos of this there will be. At least two, I think. I'm for sure not getting through all of it tonight, but we are actually getting very close to getting completely caught up, which, oh my gosh, I cannot believe we're getting there. Absolutely incredible. Like, hang on, hold up. I don't know why don't ask me why I'm looking at this right now. Yeah, basically, I think we've got two, maybe three videos. Probably three, because I took a lot of photos, so that means there should be a lot of words. But yeah, and then after that, I've got just a tiny smidgen, like maybe enough for, not even enough for a video. Maybe enough for a video, maybe for a short video of the fall. Because basically, once the summer's over for everybody, then it's fall, and I stopped playing in the fall. I wanted to get caught up on pictures and everything, I think. Um, or I stopped playing in the winter. And Fractured Wonder, she comes and she goes. Sometimes she's got some interesting stuff going on. Other times she doesn't, you know? So, she's not a very good judge of for me to look at and go, oh, I'm almost done. But that being said, I'm bringing this up for those who maybe are only watching this series. Fractured Wanderer Tales is tied to the Brooks Legacy. Um, so yeah, that's why I go on this tangent. I'm gonna get started now. I hope y'all enjoy this. Sorry. The little critters of the forest enjoyed using Sally's natural pool for a summer dip. She often would take her morning cup of coffee to the window or front porch to observe the little swimmers from afar. Sometimes the creatures would even come over to say hi to Sally, giving her a little nuzzle or yip before darting away for the day. It had been several days since the disastrous dinner date with Jackson. Sally's mind and stomach was shuddering with nerves. Marin was alive, which she'd known, but safe, happy. Sally wanted, no, needed, to see Marin and find her. Sally needed to see this place that Marin was at with her own two eyes. But Jackson wanted Sally to wait. Like what? Jackson wanted to take her himself? But after the date, Jackson was just so against drinking from Sally, and while she understood it, it didn't matter though, did it? She'd pushed, and clearly had made Jackson uncomfortable. He was upset, and Sally had caused it, hadn't she? Sometimes she wished she was just a simple fox, like the one swimming in her pool. A surprise knock on Sally's door one day roused her from a painting, and she became keenly aware she was in her pajamas. There could only be two people at her door, and Sally hadn't seen Caleb in a very long time. Jackson didn't stop knocking, doing it off tune and almost in a whimsical way until she relented and opened the door, ditching the idea of putting on clothes. Morning, Sal's. Jackson was chipper today, grabbing Sally's hand to pull her in close. Got any upcoming plans? Sally's eyes narrowed, heart stuttering in her chest. She searched his pinkish red eyes, but saw nothing of the frustration or anger from before. Only gardening and painting. Why? The little grin on Jackson's face threatened to get wider as he got closer. Well, I told you where Marin was, and today we're going to go find her. Get ready. Pack your bags for a week. We're going to the beach. Sunshine, warmth, no responsibilities. It's all sorted, and it's on me. Bring flip-flops, a swimsuit, whatever you want. Sally's eyes narrowed, and a fox yipped at their feet. This little one had been staying with her for some reason. Sally had nursed it back to health from a bad foot, and it just didn't quite want to leave yet. Whatever I want? What about a fox? Jackson cocked his head, glancing at the white furball at their feet. That will require a story. But sure. Sally laughed, shaking her curls once before rushing inside to get ready. Come on, little one, if you want to come on this trip. And so the fox bounced to the wild woman of the woods, leaving Jackson staring at the two of them in surprised awe. One loading screen later, and Sally found herself on a serene beach, the seaside cottage that Jackson had rented out for the week. Just for the two of them. Of all the things she had maybe expected and or envisioned, it hadn't been this. One place, the two of them, plus a fox, for a whole week. That was 7 days. Wow. Jackson changed to beach shorts as soon as he had checked the bungalow, intent on taking a dip in the ocean. His intent faltered, however, once he saw something on the couch. Sally? Hmm? Sally joined him out in the living room, having changed to more appropriate beachwear. This isn't the fox we brought with us, right? Whereas Jackson could tell by the scent, Sally only had to glance at the lounging creature to know. Nope, that would be another one. Why? And how is it here? Like, it is one of the ones from your wood, right? Mm-hmm. It's just what they do sometimes. These ones appear wherever they want. They're a little more special than the normal fox. Jackson hummed thoughtfully. Must be some sort of old magic. Possibly. Sally didn't know much about magic, if anything at all. Maybe once upon a time, but not now. The two took some time to relax and get acquainted with their new home for the week. Jackson had offered to take Sally to Marin immediately, but Sally had declined, hesitating before requesting that Marin not see her. She'd been around Marin twice now. Sally didn't want Marin to think that this random woman Marin didn't know was stalking her or something, even though she kind of was. Being in this new space with Jackson was certainly interesting. They'd always met up somewhere in town, or occasionally at Sally's home for a few hours. She'd never been to his home, but staying in the same home for a week? In a new world Sally had not been to yet? that was new, but so far it was a good experience. Jackson didn't eat, but Sally made them some group dishes anyway, having found the fridge was stocked with anything she could possibly want. Sally had never been on a vacation, much less renting a whole home for a week, so she wasn't sure if that was protocol or not. But this water? It was so warm. She'd seen pictures of the ocean and had swam in certain parts of it, but this place was nothing short of amazing. There was something here. It made her skin feel vibrant, alive, and a little tingle went off just behind her eyes. Sally couldn't be sure, but she thought, oh my god. Watson! God dang, dude, you scared me. I could edit this whole part, but that's really kind of funny. I just saw his reflection or something's movement behind me, reflection in my computer, and that scared me for a second. I guess he got up and then came back. Okay, let's start over. Sorry. Have a little fun time with the beagles in the middle of a random episode on the internet. Yep. Sally couldn't be sure, but she thought maybe the foxes preferred this warmth over her pool at home. Jackson managed to get a collar on one of the foxes, saying it was just for the vacation, so no one would think that they were wild and, maybe take them away. It was very entertaining to watch Jackson try and negotiate with a creature of the woods. He seemed so out of his depth. He tried to ask Sally for help, but she shook her head. She didn't want to call her a fox. It had only been one day, but Sally loved it here. Jackson was right. It was relaxing. It was a beach. It was warm. And she secretly adored watching him. He'd always been interesting to Sally, but this was the first time she'd seen Jackson outside of that hoodie. He had interesting tattoos. But the sun was going down, and soon Sally would have her answer to where Marin had been all this time at long last. She wouldn't know why Marin had left, more than likely, but that was okay. Sally was only meant to observe, not interfere. And Sally probably needed to explain that to Jackson. Eventually. Somehow. Soon. Like, in the next 7 days. If this environment, this cabin bungalow, this trip had told her anything, well, seeing Jackson play with the foxes and take everything in stride told Sally she needed to trust him more. And at the very least, give him the explanation of why she was looking for Marin. So she would. Soon. After Sally sees Marin. Okay, I think that's a good spot to stop. I honestly thought I'd get a little bit further, but I needed to set some stuff up and, hey, dialogue and all of that. And this actually is a pretty good stopping point, all things considered. Yeah. So, anyways, beach vacation. We have a beach episode, really. We're going to have multiple beach episodes. So it might be a 4-part little beach arc, but Sulani really looks good on Sally, I gotta say. And I guess I'll just let the I guess I'll let the cat out of the bag. I don't know. Do the foxes look familiar to anybody? um, yep. Those are Oak's siblings. You could probably guess Oak's lineage a little bit, maybe. And if you can't, that's okay. All will be revealed eventually. But yeah, anyway. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I loved this week. Like, normally taking a week-long vacation, playing them and doing all of that, like, that is long, tedious. You kind of want to get them home after a while, you know? You're like, okay, 3-4 days is the limit. Let's just go home. Let's just go home. I had no such problem with these two. I wanted to extend the vacation, but I did not, alas. And I would like to take them back. I have to find a reason to, though. Dang it. Or just have them go on vacation again. It was just so much fun to play them. Next episode, you will see why. You might be able to guess why, but you will definitely see why next episode, and that should be soon. So yeah, like maybe in 2 weeks or something. I don't know. I gotta look at what we got for the Brooks, but yeah. Anyway, that's gonna be it for the Dragon's Chaos / the Clover / Brooks Tangent Fractured Wonder Sims 4 story episodes is really what I should call them when it's a mixed week like this. That is going to be it for this week. Next week we are getting back with the Brooks, and it's going to be a happy surprise because I don't even know. I have it written on my calendar, but it doesn't mean I know what's on my calendar. So, ta-da! But anyways, thank you all so very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the little Watson scare in the middle. He just popped up. Like my desk tower, my tower for my desktop is reflective on the side that's facing me. So I'm like, in the moment, I'm kind of reading off of the monitor that's closest to it, but I see something move out of the corner of my eye, and it's behind me, and for some reason I thought I was about to get, like, stabbed by an axe murderer in my own house. And no, it's just my dog with his really long tail. I swear to God, Watson's tail is, like, massive. He's got, like, the happy Great Dane syndrome going on, but anyway. Yeah, he scared me. Silly boy. I'm gonna go bother him now, because it's time to go to bed. For me, but for y'all, I hope y'all have a fantastic day, a fantastic week. We are halfway there to the weekend. We're almost there to, is it Memorial Day? I think it's Memorial Day too. September 1st. Oh, I've just realized that September 1st is not only my mom's birthday, but it's also the day that Bree died last year. That might explain some things about Mom's. Yep. I try not to think about it. I really do. But I know it weighs heavy on my mom because my mom's the one who didn't see her under the car. So I'm gonna go hug my mom in the morning, well, as soon as I can. But yeah, sorry to bring the mood down. Hug your fur babies if you have them, if you don't mind doing that for me. But yeah, so again, thank y'all for watching. Sorry for the Debbie Downer. Go hug your fur babies. And don't forget, where the water's slow, legacies grow.